everybody, my name is Technical Sergeant Shelly Fink and I'm a recruiter with the North Dakota Air National Guard. Today I'm here to talk to you about your ASVAB scores. The two things you'll need to complete the ASVAB Interpt are your score sheets printed out and a way to connect to the internet. A computer, a smartphone, or an iPad works fine. Now the first thing we're going to do before we jump into the fun stuff is get the work out of the way. So I need everybody to go to the website www.asvabprogram.com. That's ASVABprogram.com. The first thing you're going to do is click on the Create Account button on the top upper corner. This is going to pop up a screen to prompt you to put in an access code, an email, create a password, confirm that password, and then prove that you're not a robot. Now, if you're wondering where your access code can be found, that's on the bottom right-hand corner of your ASVAB summary results. This should have been given to you by your counselor or teacher. Now, before we get into looking at your specific scores, here's a few reminders. Everybody passed the ASVAB. This is not an IQ test. This is just an interpretation of your talents, skills, and abilities at the time that you took the test. Can you improve your ASVAB scores? Absolutely. This test is able to be retaken. All right, we're about to jump into your specific scores. So everybody pull out your ASVAB summary scorecard that was given to you by your teacher or counselor and take a look at it. We're about to play a video for you that will explain what your scores mean.
Thank you for participating in the ASVAB Career Exploration Program. Now that you have your ASVAB CEP test scores, let's walk through the different areas on the ASVAB summary results sheet to help you understand what all of the numbers mean. If you use the access code on the bottom right corner of your results sheet to log into asvabprogram.com, you can also view your score report online. On the left side of the sheet, you'll see three different types of scores: career exploration scores, individual ASVAB test scores, and a military entrance score, or AFQT. We'll look at the career exploration scores first. Career exploration scores give you an estimate of your verbal, math, and science and technical skills as compared to other students in the same grade. You'll use these scores to explore careers using the AccuFind. Your test scores are displayed as percentile scores and standard scores. You're probably wondering, what's the difference between these two? Percentile scores are not the same as percent correct. Percentile scores show you how well you did in relation to others in your same grade and others of the same or opposite gender. Let's say this test sheet shows a female's test scores. In science and technical skills, she scored as well as or better than 66% of all 11th grade females who took this test. She scored as well as or better than 43% of 11th grade males who took this test. Finally, she scored as well as or better than 54% of all 11th graders who took this test. Now let's look at the standard scores. Standard scores can be confusing. Standard scores are not like what you're used to seeing on a test, where the scores range from 1 to 100. On the ASVAB test, the majority of students score between 30 and 70. This means that a standard score of 50 is an average score, and a score of 60 would be an above average score. You'll notice gray score bands around each score. These bands show the range that scores would probably fall in if you took the test again. In addition to your career exploration scores, you'll also see ASVAB subtest scores. If you've taken the CEP ICAT, your results sheet will look a little different and include an additional subtest score. However, the same explanation applies. Each of the career exploration scores is made up of a combination of some of the individual ASVAB subtests. The verbal skills score includes word knowledge and paragraph comprehension. The math skills score includes arithmetic reasoning and math knowledge. The science and technical skills score includes general science, electronics information, and mechanical comprehension. If you're viewing your test scores online, all of the same information is available. It just looks a little different. Your career exploration scores are represented using books to visually signify strength. The books are always available on your dashboard and on your sidebar. And See ASVAB Results always gives you access to your full score report. The final score on this page is your military entrance score, or AFQT. The AFQT score is what the military will use to determine enlistment eligibility. However, each service and each military job has different requirements, so qualifying AFQT scores can fluctuate. Beyond the AFQT, each job in the military is associated with a service composite category. Your composite scores are computed at Careers in the Military, powered by ASVAB CEP. If you are interested in exploring the military, it is best to discuss these scores with a recruiter. Your ASVAB test scores give you estimates of your abilities at this point in time. They are useful in helping you see your current strengths and also in guiding your career exploration.
Typically, people trying to join the military need a 31 to 50 on average. You can use these scores for up to 2 years after you've taken the test. If you'd like to improve your score, you can contact a recruiter in the area or your high school counselor to reschedule another test. You do not have to join the military just because you took the ASVAB. Okay, now's the fun part. We're about to dive in and find your interests. So everybody go to the site that they just logged into and scroll down until you see Take the FYI. That stands for Find Your Interests. It's a big survey that will gauge what you're interested in. Here's where we find out what you like, you're indifferent to, or you dislike. They're going to give you 90 different prompts, and you're going to click L, I, or D if you like it, you're indifferent to it, or you dislike it. For example, attend an art class. If you love that idea, go ahead and click like. If you don't really care, click indifferent. And if you would not like to attend an art class, go ahead and click dislike. All right, you're ready to hit the Let's Get Started button. This is going to be, again, 90 questions, and it should be a gut reaction response. Don't spend too much time thinking about each prompt. When you're done, wait for the rest of your class to be finished. It should only take about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on together. Okay, you completed the interest inventory. Now we're going to find out our top 3 interest codes. These will be indicated by colored triangles, and they'll also have a letter under them telling you what the code means. Take a sheet of scratch paper and write down at least your top 2 interest inventory codes, because we'll need them in a minute. In addition, why don't you read up on them? For example, if your top one is R, it stands for realistic. That's somebody that enjoys working with hands-on problems with real-world solutions. Now I'd like you to click on the button that says Start Exploring. You're going to get 3 different boxes. On the very left box, I want you to click your top 2 interest inventory codes. The next 2 boxes we can skip for now. We're going to focus on your interest inventory codes for this presentation. Once you have your top 2 clicked, go ahead and hit the Explore button. This is going to bring up a list of career fields that you're specifically interested in. Feel free to click on them, find out more information, and jot down some interesting facts that you find about the careers that you're interested in. Now go ahead and click on a career field that you find interesting. You're going to find out things like, where could I go to college to do this? What level of degree would I need to be successful in this career field? Could I be in the military and do this job, or a similar one? You'll also find out what salaries you would make in different parts of the United States. Now, if you are interested in joining the military, you'll also be able to see which branches offer each career field and what ASVAB score you would need to qualify for them. Now, before I let you go explore on your own, I want to go over some takeaways from today. We found out what your skills, your talents, and your abilities are, and we know that they can change. We know you can retake the ASVAB if you'd like, and we also know that your scores are good for 2 years from the day that you took the test. Good luck planning your futures, and I wish you all the best.